I'm configuring a Z-Wave switch for OpenHAB 1.8 using IMA tools and OpenHAB Designer. I'm a big fan of the GE Z-Wave switches just because they work pretty well, especially for the price. I've been picking mine up at Lowe's since they're a couple bucks more in store and actually less than Amazon if you can get one of the 11% off coupons that they stick on your receipt pretty regularly. I have a couple complaints, and that's mainly when running them in a three-way situation. Hitting the remote switch does not cause the main switch to issue a Z-Wave hail. That's how the instant status gets back to the controller, and it just doesn't do that from the three-way switches. Jumping into the manual for a second, I've installed quite a few of these just as a single switch, and that really seems to be the best use for these. I've installed a couple as three-way, and I think I've got one set up as four-way, and whatever you call one master switch and four add-on switches, it works. It does. It's just that Z-Wave hail is my only complaint. Another thing to note, they are pretty wide, but you break off the tabs with a pair of linesman pliers, and that's just fine. I'm just going to fly through connecting it. There's a couple of different ways to associate. Since this is battery powered, I could just poke the button on it and then turn the switch on to start the association. I could do it through Hobman, except I am on the other end of the house through 4 walls and 2 floors. So I'm not entirely confident that'll work. But since I've got a laptop and I'm up here anyway, I might as well use IMA tools that came with the drivers for the Z-Wave stick. And I'm just going to select the correct COM port. It's going to interrogate my network and list everything here. This might take a minute. Alright, so what I'm going to do is basic command add node and then turn that guy on. Done, done, and done. So now I've just added node 35 binary switch. And I can scroll down on my list here. Yep, I have node 35 binary switch. So now I'm going to put this back in the OpenHAB server, restart the OpenHAB service, and create my item definitions. Now that the switch is installed and associated with my network, I'm going to go ahead and do the setup part of it here. Configuration, bindings, Z-Wave binding, devices. So it was node 35 that I had just added. Just making sure that looks correct. One cool thing I like about OpenHAB, if you have the Z-Wave binding set to the debug logging, it makes things a little bit easier to figure out what the heck is going on. And when I do any configuration or testing, I like to grep the logs. And so I'm going to do tail-f var log openhab zwave.log. I'm going to pipe that into grep. I'm going to do case insensitive and node space 35. I'll just sort of keep an eye on that. In the OpenHAB Designer, I'm just going to copy one of the identical switches I have. So my master bath light is going to be pretty much exactly the same. So I'm going to make a light up master closet, master closet light. And Z-Wave node 35, command switch binary, refresh interval 180 is still a bit more often than I really need. We'll do 600 on that one because I really don't care if that gets out of sync. And I'm just not going to bother with Imperial Hub anymore. And so that's really it for the item. So I'm just going to go ahead and save. And then sitemap. Let's see, upper level I'm just gonna copy light up master closet. All right, and then save that. And back to and upper level master closet light. On, off, cool. And you'll see that there's some stuff going on in the debug log there. And just real quick to show it in action, I've got the OpenHAB app on this Android device. I'd say she works. Hey, if this helped you, let me know. It keeps me motivated to keep making these. If I missed something, definitely let me know and I'll post a correction. Check out my other videos if you want. Thanks for watching.